A civil war has broken out in Queensland Health after its Director-General questioned the accuracy of evidence provided by 4 key lab unit staff. Our Queensland Editor Peter Gleeson is following the inquiry into the state's forensic labs. He has this breaking story for us now. Gleeson, there seems to be a real sense of frustration from some of the key figures at these labs.
Indeed, Kieran, and my understanding is that all hell broke loose last Friday after senior DNA staff Cathy Allen, Justin Howes, Dr Keith McNeil and Lara Keller sought to have separate legal representation to that of Mr Drummond. Now, they successfully argued and secured that separate legal representation to that supplied to Mr Drummond when they appear before the inquiry, which is they're expected to appear in coming days. Now, I understand that Mr Drummond's evidence sparked robust discussion about legal representation for those staff that he'd singled out. It's interesting to note what he said here, Kieran. He told the inquiry that Dr McNeil and Forensic Executive Director Lara Keller had both given misleading evidence to the inquiry, which likely came from managing scientist Cathy Allen. Now, he said their testimony had been disingenuous when referring to the success rate of DNA testing methods. And we know that Barrister Matthew Hickey has been representing Queensland Health. He won't be used for those 4 senior bureaucrats. It's very, very interesting, isn't it, Kieran? We've now got a situation where Queensland Health is at war with itself.
Yeah, well, no doubt from the reporting we've seen from you, Gleeson, this week, Queensland Health has lost a fair bit of skin through this inquiry.
Indeed, and if you think back to Walter Sofronoff, he's the inquiry chair's interim report, he referred to the tainted DNA samples as a Pandora's box, which had the potential to influence hundreds of criminal cases. He said a change in lab processes in 2018 for major crime cases had ultimately resulted in expert witnesses' statements to police and the courts. Now, these are his words, Kieran, being untrue and misleading. And it's understood one of the key reforms that Mr Sofronoff is looking at would be to actually excise DNA testing, the laboratory, out of Queensland Health, take it out of there and put it into a statutory body.
One of the key questions, I guess, at the heart of this, Gleeson, is given this evidence played such an important role through a number of many trials over the years, could we see retrials?
Well, Kieran, I remember you asking me this question yesterday about how Queenslanders are reacting to this particular inquiry, and it's very fair to say that Queenslanders are horrified at the prospect of certain individuals getting away with murder, getting away with sexual assault, getting away with rape. And of course, the other flip side of the coin is that some people are sitting in jail when they probably shouldn't be. So this is a very good question, and it goes to the heart of the judicial system in Queensland, and that is, will we see retrials, e.g. a bit like Lawyer X in Melbourne? And the answer is absolutely. There's a police task force working as we speak on exactly that question. Which cases, which particular cases, do we know that some of the DNA evidence was tainted and tampered with? So I think you'll find that the judicial system in Queensland will be very, very busy in coming years addressing those particular concerns.
Peter Gleeson, thank you. We'll stay in touch.